Good morning from Tennessee. Hi, we're Laura and Brian. We're on a mission to check off our bucket list item of visiting all 50 states by 50. In each state, we'll spend at least 4 days, where you'll see us visit state museums, capitals, state parks, eat lots of tasty food, and so much more. For our fourth state, we'll be in Tennessee.
The Carter House. It's in Franklin. It's where a lot of the Battle of Franklin took place in the Civil War. We did a tour of the house. I think you can do a tour of the grounds, but we just did the house tour. Took about an hour. I think the best part was one of the first buildings you get to see is like the office building, and you see bullet holes in one side, and then they open the door and the sun was on the other side, and it's just riddled with bullet holes. Pretty terrifying, I can imagine. Definitely, I think for an hour, it's worth it. It's pretty cool to see. Our tour guide, at least, is extremely knowledgeable. Got a lot of information thrown at us in an hour.
We learned a lot.
Yep.
Hopefully some of it sticks.
We'll see. Crazy to
Carter House,
think
cool. It was a good tour.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 other houses that you can visit as well. That they kind of all work together, and you get a complete tour if you do those other 2. We just don't have enough time to do that, but I can imagine that would just kind of complete the story.
Yeah, so check it out if you're interested. It's pretty neat.
Check it out. Franklin, Tennessee has the cutest downtown. It's filled with the oldest buildings, and it has cool historic houses. And there's so much history here. They have tons of signs that talk about all the historical events that have happened in this downtown, and it's a lot. You can actually do a walking tour and visit all the old buildings, and we did some of that. And we kind of just popped in and out of the stores, and we had a lot of fun. The most disappointing part was that we didn't get to go to the pub that I really wanted to go to because they close at 3 p.m. on Sundays, and I'm really just kind of bummed about that. But we ate some
Mediterranean food.
Yes, Mediterranean food.
I think it was a chain, but it was good. Tzatziki's.
Yeah, it was good. And after all the fried food we had, honestly, some vegetables in our stomach probably wasn't the worst thing. So, yep, that is Franklin, Tennessee. Good morning from Nashville, Tennessee. It's officially our 4th day of our Tennessee trip. Woo woo! We have lots planned today, and our first stop was the Parthenon here in downtown Nashville. It is a full-size replica of the Parthenon. So it's pretty wild. It's pretty crazy.
It's massive.
It's huge, and there's an indoor statue of Athena, the largest indoor statue in the Western Hemisphere. Really wild to stand beside.
Yeah, it makes you feel small for sure.
But yeah, this was a really fun stop. We were here for about an hour, and it's inside a park that's really cute, and it's a beautiful day outside. So this was a really great start to our morning.
Can't ask for more.
Nashville Hot Chicken is one of the foods Tennessee is known for. We went to Hattie B's to try this first before everyone's like, you went to Hattie B's? Ugh. The reason we went to Hattie B's, which is a chain, is because all the local places are closed on Mondays, which is super disappointing. So it was between Prince's and Hattie B's, and honestly, Hattie B's was just easier to fit into our itinerary, so that's what we did.
So don't add us.
Yeah. So I know there's a lot of Hattie B haters and there's a lot of Hattie B lovers, so I'm just throwing that out there. All right, so we got the sandwiches, and we got the greens, we got the pimento mac and cheese, and we got the banana pudding. It was good. It had good flavor, but the chicken was like woody.
Yeah, it's chewy.
Yeah, chewy. It wasn't the best fried chicken I've ever had, but like the sauce was really, really good. The sides were good. I wouldn't say they were like incredible. You have to go there now, amazing, but I mean they were good. I would recommend them if you're already there. And the banana pudding was pretty good. But yeah.
Yeah, banana pudding was the best part, I think.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, so
Not
I
great.
definitely think that we should try Nashville Hot Chicken again. We probably won't be able to on this trip, but hopefully we'll get to try it again.
So definitely check out Nashville Hot Chicken. Hattie B's. If you're near one, yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe don't go out of your way for it.
Maybe try Prince's, which is the original Nashville Hot Chicken. After lunch, we went to the Country Music Hall of Fame Museum. It's a huge museum in downtown Nashville that is full of everything country music. I'm a huge fan of country music, so I really enjoyed our time here. If you're not a huge fan of country music, I don't know if you'll enjoy it as much as I did. Probably not. But it is a very Nashville thing to do.
I liked all the guitars.
Yeah.
And they had some really cool cars.
Oh, they had some really cool cars. Like Elvis's car was crazy.
His gold-plated Cadillac. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's a good museum to go check out if you like country music or you want to learn more about country music. Go check it out. Broadway Street is a little crazy. There's people everywhere and there's live music everywhere. Seriously, everywhere. It's so loud. We couldn't even talk to each other on the corner of the street because the music is just blaring from all different directions. There's no cover anywhere, so you literally can just go in to any of the places and listen to music for free. I suggest tip the band if you like it. But yeah, it's free, so you can even just stand kind of at the window of the restaurant and just listen. So that's really cool. It had a really good vibe.
Yeah, I liked it. All the music was good. You could tell everybody playing in all of these bars was just super talented.
Yeah. So we went to a place called Robert's Western World, which if you're not into super loud music, here is a place you can go that has quiet set.
Yeah, more acoustic.
And
yeah, a little quieter.
Definitely kind of old country-ish if you're into that. You can get the recession special, which is a PBR bologna sandwich, chips, and a moon pie for $6. I mean, you can't beat that.
Nope.
And it was pretty tasty too.
Yep.
And then we also made our own Goo Goo Cluster, which is a candy bar that was invented in Nashville. That was really fun and super delicious. We were both surprised at how good our Goo Goo Cluster was, which had potato chips and pecans and banana chips. I don't know. It was really good.
It's going to cost you $15.
Yeah,
They don't tell you that until you're already created your thing and you're attached to it and you're you want it. But I still think it's worth it.
Yeah, we thought it was worth it. Broadway Street was a lot of fun. Don't know if I want to be there at nighttime just because we're not really into the bar scene, but I can imagine that it's really fun at night too, if you're into that.
Yeah, that's a decade ago would have.
Yeah, we would have loved it, but now we want to be in bed by 10 p.m.
We're tired.
We ended our day by going to 3rd and Lindsley, which is a small, intimate, I don't want to call it a restaurant. It's basically...
It's like a music venue.
Yes.
With
there's a stage, and it's not very big. and you can eat there, but I think it's more music focused than food focused. We sell the time jumpers, which are there every single Monday, I believe, and it was totally worth it. Every single person in this band was incredible, super talented people here, and they all were part of bands of famous people, and I can totally see why, because
super talented.
Yeah, wow. It was a really, really great show. Brian was impressed. He had low expectations and came out.
I knew nothing about them, and yeah, I was expecting a lot less than we got, so definitely worth it. You pick your own seats. You don't get sat at a table specifically, so get there early. And we went up and sat up top.
On the balcony.
Yeah, on the balcony, and we had a direct view of the stage, and I think that was probably the best spot in the house. You could also people watch, so you got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, no, balcony is where it's at if you get there early, and you can get that seat that's right there.
Worth it.
But yeah, if you're looking for a good time on a Monday night in Nashville, Tennessee, go to 3rd and Lindsley. I don't think you'll be disappointed. He thinks I'm trouble, but he's got me. He recalls how his heart got broken. So that's everything that we did on day 4 of our Tennessee trip. We'll be in Nashville again tomorrow, so we'll see y'all there. Good morning from Nashville, Tennessee. It is day 5 of our big Tennessee trip. Whoop, whoop. And today we have a bunch of state checklists that we're going to do, such as the State Museum and the State Capitol. But first, we had to fuel up with some breakfast, and man, was it a good breakfast. We went to Big Al's here in Nashville, and it was so good.
Yeah, I mean, you got to check it out. Maybe the best meal we've had so far.
Yeah.
I think, the biscuits, the potatoes. Oh, man. It's,
yeah. Yeah, I got the Big Al's Big Breakfast, which came with eggs, bacon, potatoes, biscuit, and Brian got the biscuits and gravy.
And they're spicy, but they are good.
Yeah, it was spicy, but it was good. Nothing like we ever tasted before. The gravy was a little different, but it was really good.
It was really good.
Everything's homemade. Big Al and his son AJ are super friendly. Yeah, it was a really good time. The coffee was good.
If we ever ended up moving to Nashville, it'd probably partially be because of Big Al's.
Yeah. Seriously,
it's that good.
Yeah. Everything is incredible, homemade, greasy.
Yep.
Love it. After breakfast, we went to the State Capitol building. We had to trek up this hill, and after eating some really greasy breakfast food, that was a little bit of a challenge, embarrassingly enough. But we parked by the State Museum, which has free parking, and then we walked over there.
On your way over, you're walking technically through a state park in the middle of Nashville. Looks more like a city park, but it's actually a state park. And then you go up a bunch of flight of stairs to the Capitol. It is smaller than I think every Capitol we've seen at this point. Definitely smaller than the one we have in Texas, but it is older. And another interesting thing is James K. Polk and his wife are buried here. So we saw their gravesite.
Next, we headed to the State Museum, which is one of our checklist items for visiting a state. This museum is free, so that's really cool, and it's really big. I didn't anticipate how big it was until we were about halfway through, and we were like, oh, we have a little bit of information overload. But there's a lot of history in this building. Obviously, there's a lot of history in Tennessee, so that makes sense. I kind of wish there was a little bit more nature science part, because it is heavily focused on history and the wars and all of that. There was a visiting exhibit that went over the music, which was pretty cool. But overall, it's a really good museum. It started from literally the beginning of time and went to present day. And yeah, learned a lot.
Yeah, for free. I mean, you really can't complain about it. It's huge and free. So.
All right, we've come back to the Airbnb and we picked up lunch and we're about to eat. So we picked it up from Eastside Banh Mi. We got the number 1, which has pork and pate and bologna on it. It looks really good. It smells really good. We got some Vietnamese coffees here. And cheers.
Realize we just...
Okay, these banh mi's are really good. The bread is freshly made every day. Right now they have tons of flavor. The meat is absolutely incredible. Yeah, really good banh mi. We went to the Grand Ole Opry tonight. It was absolutely incredible. I loved every single second of it. And everyone that played was really, really good. Really enjoyed ourselves there. We saw Jelly Roll. We saw Kelsey Ballerini, which I believe is how you say that. Who else? Terry Clark, which I love because I love 90s country. And
Riders in the Sky.
Riders in the Sky, who sung the song from Toy Story 2, Woody's Roundup, and they played it tonight, and it was absolutely perfect.
We saw one of them last night with the Time Jumpers. So
yes.
A little deja vu there.
Yeah. We're basically groupies now, so.
Yep, follow them everywhere.
Yeah, but no, the Grand Ole Opry was so cool. It was a great experience. I personally didn't think it was gimmicky or a tourist trap or anything like that. It felt really authentic, and we had a great time there. So I highly recommend when you're here in Nashville, because
Yep.
It's great.
It is. Just do it. It's worth it.
Yeah. And that concludes our time here in Nashville, Tennessee. I'll be sad to leave all the live music because that's just really fun to walk around and just hear music everywhere. But we're off to the mountains now. So if you want to catch the Smoky Mountain videos, make sure to do that. And we'll be signing off for Nashville. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.